Bearded Beard Pod with me, G. It's September already. Fuck me. The lights are fair drawn in, eh? Christ, it'll be, Christmas soon. Fuck that noise. So welcome back. How yous been? I've been relying on my celebrity pals to give me some free advertising. So big ups to the Hulkster and all that, eh? It's been a month, right enough. September started off fucking roasting, didn't it? And now, as I'm looking out my wee window here, as I'm recording this wee intro, it is honking it down like nobody's business. I think we've got a storm on the way. Certainly, my shitty work laptop says heavy rain forecast. Well, it doesn't actually say that. It says yellow rain forecast, and that's just nasty. My chair's creaking and everything. My chair's fucked, by the way. Well, it keeps going down. Not in a good way. And the pole thing in the middle's all loose and it wobbles about the place and makes a creaking noise. And you sit back in it, you go ah! Like that because you think you're going to fall over on your arse. So life. I'm just living life, and living my best life, as they say, to the max. Anyway, moving on. Beardy stuff. Beardy stuff. I can't not mention Bra Beard, obviously. Scotland's #1 beard stuff maker. Old JJ works his nuts off for the company. I'm not really into the merch side of this things, if you know what I mean. Like they have the young guy caps and all these fancy t-shirts and all that. I like the smells of the oils, and I've got the wooden beard brush and weekend comb for your moustache and all that. I love that kind of thing. And of course they do the outstanding Bra Beard and Moustache Championships every year. But JJ, if you're listening, do it in Edinburgh. That's where we're from. It's a pain in the tits going to Glasgow. Anyway, enough of my drivel. We've got a guest reviewer coming up later on in the podcast. See if you can spot them. But in the meantime, let's just get on to the beers. Right, kicking off the month of September. Good on Black Sheep Brewery for producing a carbon neutral session IPA. Aye, the planet's important and all that pish. Respire, it's nothing really to write home about, but very pleasant, and it would probably bring your daughter home before curfew. That was a 3.75 on Untapped, but massive big ups to the Nan, to Black Sheep Brewery again, doing something about global warming and all that stuff, because it's not good, and I keep all my stuff on Earth, so we need to look after it. Those bloody seats drive me nuts. Anyway, I do feel like I have a signature beer in Zest for Life. It's a double dry hopped IPA from Vocation. Filled me with more life than a 10-man gangbang, but seemingly better on the arsehole. And then I've said so far. It's not even funny. And then I can't wait to read that one out in the podcast. Oh fuck. Oh Jesus, I need to get this chair fixed as well. Oh Christ. Oh sorry. Oh Jesus. Anyway, that was a 4.25 on Untapped. Oh, fuck it, I'm seeing stars. Oh, God. Oh, fucking hell. Right, deep breath. Deep breath. Anyway, overtone. There's. Oh, God. Right. Back on track. Right. Overtone. They're doing that weird thing where they put the name of the beer in tiny wee writing on the back of the can. And then the style of beer on the front. So this was a triple dry hopped triple IPA. And I thought, oh, I've not had that one before. As I would normally do when I'm buying beer. But it turns out it's Explosions in the Cry. Yeah, I've had it before. So I'm not going to bore you with my micturational repartee. And this one actually, yeah, that reminds me. This was did we experiment? So this was the first beer that had in an experiment of high ABV. So how will I feel after a 10% IPA? Sorry, 10% triple IPA, and then an 11% triple IPA. Stay tuned and find out. Well, spoiler alert, I'm starting to feel it behind the eyes after that first one. Beer 2 of the night was a Vacation Triple IPA Neon Fog. And I remember this one now as well, because old Dino challenged me to offend him. So I said it was at a kick, like getting your man purse spliced in two with a pair of bandage shears, you know, those weird ones with the plastic handles that go off in a sort of oblique angle that are fucking really stupidly sharp for cutting bandages, but they're kind of stubby in the end so they don't cut the skin. Aye, them. Anyway, get your man purse spliced in twain with a pair of bandage shears, and then your meat lychees hanging down like fleshy, tender yo-yos. But Shania Twain, but not even half as sexy. It was a good beer. And that was a 4.75 on Untapped. Yeah, spoiler alert. I was getting pished by then. So I thought I'd sort of round it off a little bit. But don't tell anybody. Keep it on the hush. See what I did there? That's the third beer of the night. And I was a bit tipsy. It was an IPA from Overtone. And it was a bit like taking cocaine after heroin. I was still pissed. And that was a 4.25 on Untapped. Cheeky midweek beer, cause I'm a good boy. And basically, how can I rest the tagline? Concrete jungle, tropical taste. Yeah. 4 Pures, New England IPA, Inner City Green. Fresh and tangy. And I really enjoyed the sort of cooling effect it had on my fat, sweaty, claggy bod bastard self. Solid 4, all day long. So September is a time of year that's always stuck with me. Mainly because I was born in September. Because all cool people are. But it's when I joined the Royal Marines, way back in 1996. And I also left the Royal Marines in September, way back in 2018. So, a Munson Brewery helped me celebrate 5 years of being a dirty civvy bastard with their Warthog Warlog. Warlog? Jesus, that sounds like a weaponized jobby. That's good. How can I fit that in a review? Weaponized jobbies. Warthog Warlord. Aye, it was a collaboration with War Pigs Brew Pub. Tasty as fuck. Proper hoof and wet royal. Thicker than Pusser's custard. With a head like a dockyard oyster. It went down well. In a good way. and that was 4.75 on Untapped. So this Verdant IPA, I picked this one up because the label made me laugh. It's a boy smelling his own arse. Classic. Smelling their own people from Verdant. It's a classic lemony IPA. As standard as me going at the town and promising not to get wankered. Absolutely spiffing. That was a 4.0. Right in the nose. Dreaded supermarket beer next. I don't know how you drink that supermarket beer. Oh, fuck's sake. Comes for Tesco and Aldi and Lidl and Asda and all that. Well, you know what? Fuck off. I like it. Right? Fuck off. Do you like it? No. Didn't drink it. Do you like it? Aye. Don't moan about where it comes from. End of story. Right. Fucking, here we go. Right. Bitterworld Brewery's sturdy New England IPA, Hippo. So they fund planting trees and clean up ocean plastic at every purchase. So this could be fermented hippo spaff for all I care. We need to protect the planet, and if that means drinking this tasty adult beverage, then so be it. And that was another solid 4. So this one looked like sort of weak diluting juice. No, when you when you go to a party when you were wee and who wants a drink? Aye, me, I'll have a wee drink. And then they bring you like a plastic cup of kind of vaguely orange see-through water. Like that. And it tastes like a dirty glass. Yeah, that's what it looked like. But it tasted like Stevie Richards' chair shot receipt to JBL that time. Alright. Asvek's double IPA Battle Swans does not disappoint at all. But then Asvek doesn't know the meaning of the word disappoint, does he? That was a 4.5 magic. So I've been looking forward to this one all that sort of second week of September, and as regular listeners and followers of the blog know, I do love a beer named after my Winky. So Hidden Giant from Otherworld Brewing is an absolute kicker of a New England IPA. Shit hot label art, and a taste that makes me want to eat my glass. I could have bitten the fuck out of it. Really good. Aye. Slut for Otherworld Brewing. 4.75. Another beast of a week meant I was kicking off on a Friday night with a double IPA, and that one happened to be Set Breakfast 1 from Pressure Drop. Tell you, it's tangier than a thrush-ridden hooker pushing in your eyes. It was good and strong. Really pleasing smell, but we're not here to talk about my love pump, are we? But take it from me, it was smashing beer, and you should definitely buy at least 3 of them and give 2 to me. A hazy IPA collaboration from Edmundson and Howling Hops. How can this not be good? Tell you. Tastes like lilt with mud in it. Well, dench brav. 4.25 and Untapped. It's time now for the coveted Beer of the Month. And what was it? It was only the bastard love child of left-handed giant, Verdant. And Deya Brewery. Yes! Looked like the backstage piss bucket at the Royal Albert Hall and tasted like have your nose hair plucked with pliers. High Dive was a fucking magic winner. Oh my god, it was so good. Hazy double IPA. Best beer I had since the beer of the month last month. And that was a 4.75. Jeez, we're fair rocketing through the beers this month, aren't we? Good old Pomona Island Brew and their consistent high quality beers. 1952 Vincent Black Lightning. It sounds like a porn name or something. It's an absolute peach with a double IPA. Bigger bite, the bulldog clip to the scrotal sack, but only half as sexy. It's got that aftertaste I couldn't quite put my finger on, but mighty fine. And it was a 4.25 on the old Untapped. I mentioned at the well, no, not at the top of the show, but halfway through it when I was talking shite about beers that September, it's my birthday month, so I took myself out into Edinburgh on my birthday, I had the day off, and I went to see spot of lunch at Edinburgh Street Food, and it was smashing. I had fully loaded nachos with chicken. Half of it fucking blew away because it was so windy, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. Windy as fuck it was. Washed it down with Holyrood IPA from Stewart Brewing, and it went down the street. Lovely solid beer. That was a 4.25. Now you can't say fairer than £4 a pint for Cold Down Beers New England IPA. Great, friendly and helpful staff in Badger and Co and Castle Street in Edinburgh. Obviously I had this beer before. It's pretty inoffensive stuff. It's alright, and let's say you can't say fairer than £4 a pint, and I believe they do that offer Monday to Wednesday, so fill your boots. I finally made it along the length of Princess Street to the Fierce Bar in Edinburgh. It was like that scene from Park Chan-wook's Old Boy. If you've not seen it, check it out. It's epic cinema. I enjoyed an icy cold hazy pale ale by the name of Ribbons of Sound. It was smashing, but it was absolutely fucking freezing, like proper stupid cold. I had to let it warm up a wee bit, and then I got fired into it like that priest boy off of Constantine. Aye, 4.0. Bloody Nora. Fancy Ouija from Fierce Beer. Although I tagged it as Fanny Ouija on Instagram and Untapped. It's from Fierce Beer and Overtone. Looks like your first piss after a kidney transplant. Smells like dirty sex and tastes like the old blood. I could not speak any more highly of that beer. It was tasty. It was good. I'm interested to try a pint of it as opposed to a third. I'll only give that 4.5. I'm surprised I didn't give it a wee bit more. I was distracted. I was trying to read my book, and there was folk came in with a wee baby, and it was so the wee baby was so cute, and it was like absolutely best behaviour from a couple months old baby. You can't ask more. Well done to those guys. Parenting wins. 4.5 and on top.
From the depths, 30 stories high,
Hopzilla! Hopzilla! Yeah. If only this beer was as dramatic as the old Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Yeah. It was a bit milky and murky for my liking, and a weird sort of limey aftertaste to it. Yeah, sorry fellas. And I also bashed my elbow on the way in. Hashtag where there's blame there's claim. Rather only 2.5 for that one. Again, sorry fellas. Okay, so as I promised earlier in the introduction to the show, we've got a guest reviewer coming up now. So this is another really good celebrity pal of mine. You may know him from having big stupid fucking vegan tattoos down his arms and his neck, and not eating anything that has a face. So, Moby, take it away. That's brilliant, Moby. Thanks very much. And thanks very much for sparing your time out your busy schedule to tell us about Flight of Whale from Burnt Mill Brewery and Finback Brewery, which is obviously a New England IPA if you didn't understand that there. And so you didn't mention what you gave it on tap there, Moby. Do you want to just quickly say? Thanks, buddy. That's really good of you. Yeah, maybe we'll get you back again in the future. What do you think? You up for that? Thanks, brother. Yeah, you too, mate. Thanks for coming on. So, Reality Blizzard from Asvex Brewing. It's a pretty unremarkable looking and smelling West Coast IPA, but something about the taste that hits the spot. It just made me soak air through my teeth, like it was shrimping with a whole bunch of White Walkers. And whatever you do, don't fucking Google shrimping. Just don't. Just be content that I went like that because it was so good. Okay, don't do it. Please don't. And if you do, it's not my fault. You're the one that should be adjusting your safe search settings on Google. Anyway, solid 4. So I went into Dunfermline, got my beard done and all that. I couldn't be arsed getting the train, so I went in the car. I spotted my pal Grum in the Caledonian Craft Beer Merchant, bought some booze, and then I had an alcohol-free beer. Get that. We talked all things comics, wrestling, swingers, and jail time inducing messenger groups. So Mash Gang's East Coast IPA is called Stay True. It was actually really nice, and you know, I'd go back and I'd buy a bunch of them for when I'm gigging and I'm driving at the same time. Not like gigging and driving at the same time, but you know what I mean. But you know, as many of these alcohol-free beers, there's just that little something missing, and I can hear you shouting alcohol, but you know what I mean. There's just that something missing. But I tell you, by the time I'd finished this beer, I could not tell you what it was that was missing, and it's a solid 4 from me all day long. Not gonna lie, no noise from Neon Raptor Brew. It sounds like something that guy Schofield might say to an intern that had a purdy mouth. But it's actually a New England IPA. It's crisp and robust. It makes your tongue tingle. But I think we've gone back to that intern again. 4.25 on Untapped. Become the Teapot from Pomona Island Brew and Indie Rebel. It's a West Coast IPA and malty. It looked like a trucker piss jug, but it had a malty taste to it, if you know what I mean. Well, I was really confused, not in a sexy way. Also, the can did its beans like the boy from American Pie when I opened it up. But I've since had a wee message on the blog from Indie Rebel themselves, who reckon it might have been a bit of a funky can I got. Anyway, they were super kind about it. They offered to stand me a pint if I was ever in the tap room, and if I'd got the can direct from them, they were going to send me a free one. Sadly not. So I'm going to keep my eyes peeled and see if I can get a hold of another one just to see if it really was a Duff can it got, and we'll revisit that 4.0 rating I gave it on Untapped. And just like that, we're into the last weekend of September. Alright, the nights are fair drawn out as well. So my weekend kicked off with Stone Brewing's Down Understruck IPA, and holy fuck, it was good. An absolute belter of a double IPA. It's a small can, big punch, and the beer equivalent to a BBW attaching a car battery to each testicle with fresh crocodile clips. And I gave that a hearty 4.5 on Untapped. Next up is a tinny with an absolutely badass label on it. It's like the Romany's band server's Pompey Band's cat badge. It's got a grenade on it. Oh, apparently that's what it's called. It's like it went full on metal. Anyway, Dust Delight from Northern Monk. It's a double dry hopped IPA that is sturdier than a Pusser's Pig player in a small orchestra, with only slightly less ABV. It was maybe a tiny wee bit dry for my liking, but it was still an absolutely great beer. I knocked that down a bit for the dry list to a 4.25, but still a really, really sound beer. So, Inks, you cannot phase Mom from Overtone Brewing and Coal Shipyard. It's the Ian Huntley of double dry hop triple IPAs, no mistake. It's pale, unassuming, but once you scratch the surface, it's deadlier than a 3-second egg. You can really taste the high ABV in this one. I could really fancy trying a couple of them in the trot, see what happens. I'm kind of guessing that I'd pass out and shit myself. And that was a 4.5. Wild pints on a Saturday night again. So this is a Stuart Brewing beer. It's called Capai, and it's a South Pacific Pale Ale. Don't you know? I don't know what that means, but it was tasty as shit. I loved it. Yeah, I had 3 pints of that, and then we took the long walk up the road for the ferry tap to get stuck into some wanky beers at home. That was a solid 4 right in the nose. Volcanic Lightning. It's an IPA from Asvex Brewing. It smelled prettier than Sarah McMullen of the telly. Oh, she's lovely. Oh, it made my heart beat twice as fast as seeing her smile in the morning news. Oh my goodness, Sarah, you're absolutely gorgeous, and I love you very much. Oh. Anyway, that was a 4.5 on Untapped. And the last beer of the month. Everything works again. Yeah, take me back to when I was finally able to get a boner after my heart attack in 2013. Because it did concern me that nothing was working, didn't it, for a while? It's all the blood thinners. But yeah, I can still get chubby now, though. This IPA from Polly's Brew had a great taste. Filled me with a hope for the future. Not just for great beer, but for squidging my suds sometime soon. And that was a 4.25 on Untapped. And that is that. September 2023 is done. It's in the bag. It's got to fuck. And I don't know what else to say about September, really. It was a slow month. I'm away on a trip to Plymouth in October. I might have a little treat round the corner in the Vessel in Plymouth. Cool little beer shop. There's also a Brewdog round the corner from a hotel. So I'll get complaints about going to Brewdog. I don't care. Each to their own and all that. But aye, nothing left to say really. Thanks very much for joining me again on my wonderful journey through my world of beers. And we'll see you again next month. Cheery bye! Oh, I forgot to ask. What did you guys reckon about CM Punk getting got to fuck? Silly bastard.